Hi everybody, welcome to Wendy's Decorium. Now today I'm going to try paper in Aquacast and resin. I've never put paper in it before, so I'm going to give it a go today. I'll be using this mould and this one, very thin this. It's a placemat mould. Now first of all, I've found this paper and most of that picture is going to be covered up, I'd say, the butterfly, which is a shame, but it was the background colours I was after. And I'm going to be making, for each project, 4 of these. We've got a purple water-based colourant and Ocean Rime Blue, that one. They're both from Temu. Very good pigments, these. Very good. I'll get some Aquacast mixed up. I'll be right back. Right, I've got 300 grams of Aquacast and 110 grams of water, because it's 35 grams of water to 100 grams of Aquacast, so I've put slightly a bit more in. I do want to keep it as thick as possible. The more water we put in, the more likely the paper's going to run. The background of the picture I'm going to make purple. I want quite a lot. I've left it so there's a border all the way around it. Let's get it as even as possible. Right, I figure it's going to run under, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drip it on while I'm holding the paper. This might take some time, but because it's not perfectly flat, the paper, I think moisture's got into it, it's going to lift up. In fact, I'm going to put it in the middle and hopefully that'll hold it down. I'll gently push it out to the edge without actually taking it over the edge and see if it'll weight it down. This mould has actually taken more than I thought. I thought 300 is going to be plenty, seeing as it's so very thin. I mean, this is flat, so it can go to the edge there. But I definitely think it's going to go under, no matter how hard I try. And I can't jiggle it because it's too flimsy, this mould. I don't even move it. I should have put it on something really. If you're going to try this, put it on like a baking tray or something. It's moving the paper. Oh. I come up with these ideas, honest to goodness, people. I need to stop. Right, I'm going to go over it with an heat gun. That's actually filled it. I'm really surprised because it looked like it wasn't going to. I'm going to scrape this bowl to death. I've topped that up, hopefully. It's a good colour match, but hopefully the paper will cover it. Now I'm just going to do the frame. And I'm going to have a lot left. So I've got moulds to the side. Right, I'm going to have a poke round in this. A lot of detail. Although it is very good for banging. I pick it up and just drop it to get all the bubbles out. I'm just gently prodding, I'm not stabbing at it, and this tool is silicone on the end I'm using. There we go. Pop a bit more in. A beautiful colour. It won't stay like this, which is a shame. There we go. Slightly over full, but we can get the overpour off. We'll let this cure and then I'll come back to you. Let's see what we've got here. Let's turn it round. It's rather thin. Oh, looking promising from the back, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm quite chuffed. Don't know whether I can get this off. I'll get a nail file perhaps on it. I can feel it, it's still a bit damp, but I'm really impressed. That's taken the paper really well. Like I say, never tried it before. I know other people have. Let's have a look at this. I overpoured this. But they break off all right. Right, I've made quite a few of these. I've done them in different gradients. I'm going to treat this as if it's wallpaper and arrange these in a way. I don't know whether to do it like that or staggered. Possibly. I'm going to put something in there, but you'll see that shortly. I'm going to clean these up and we'll start on the resin. So I've just mixed up a bit of Aquacast and I'm just going to pour it in. There we go, a little bit of a jiggle. Right, I'm just going to let them cure. Let's take these out, shall we? They've been in a couple of days, so they're perfectly dry. Come out quite well, actually. Now, I did do this in, I have a bigger alphabet mould, and I did do it in the bigger ones as well. I did the big one, and these were going in here like this. I thought, oh, I've had a better idea. The big ones were too big. This is why I've used the smaller one. I was going to put each letter in each of the thingies, but I've changed my mind, possibly. All I'm going to do is I'm going to decor these. They don't need trimming, although I might sand the bottoms later, but they seem to be sitting quite flat. Now I do have some napkins, beautiful napkins. Got them from Decor, and I've cut them up into little pieces, taking the 2 plies off the back. I've got some clear PVA glue here. I'm going to pick a nice part of the napkin, there we go, that one, and just pop it on. Smooth it out a little bit, you have to be very gentle. The brush is rock hard. I did clean it with some alcohol, but last time I used it, because I've already done the larger pieces. That's that one done. And I'm just going to do this to them all. How is everybody today? I hope you're all okay. We're supposed to be having a mini heat wave soon, aren't we? Plenty of washing getting done soon. I do talk some rubbish, don't I? Right, just let them dry and then we'll take the excess off. Right, this paper's for the Aquacast. I'm going to be using Mod Podge. So I've poured it out and I'm just going to use my fingers. And I'm going to coat the top side and the bottom side, even going to go around the sides like that. Need to cover everything with the epoxy, will get everywhere. So right up to the edges. Dries pretty quick, Mod Podge. I only use it for special occasions. Anybody else do that? You have something that's a bit pricier than everything else and you just use it for special occasions, craft-wise I mean. I've had it a couple of years and it's still quite full. I wouldn't worry too much about the lines that your fingers are making. It does dry clear, and then when the epoxy's on top of it, it'll be absolutely fine. I'll be able to sit here and pick the glue off my fingers. Used to do that when I was a kid in school. Paint your fingers with glue and then sit there peeling it off when it was dry. All I'll do is I'll wait for that to dry and I'll do the back. I'm using Teexpert resin. I've only made 120 mils. For the photo frames I'm going to be using these 2 mica powders from Let's Resin, dark purple and dark blue. Matches perfectly. Might not be enough resin in there. I'll just stick a bit more in, I think. That's pretty, isn't it? Perfect. And I'm going to spray some 99% isopropyl alcohol in there. We need as much help as we can get with these photo frames. And I'm going to do exactly the same with the silicone tool. Just have a poke around, and I'll be doing 2 in this colour and 2 in the purple. Let's give it a good squish round. We'll top it up. Let's just get a bit more out. The letters, bearing in mind they won't fit in the G3, are going to be white, the same as before, but I am tempted to make a glittery white on these, possibly even with a bit of marble. And I'm going to use this white pigment paste. Might just pour a bit of this blue in, marble it with the blue. Just give that a bit of a stir around. There we go, lovely. I think that was a good amount. I guessed well. And we'll just let these cure. Right, these are not fully hard. but I'm going to try and get them out. I want to get that out so I can make another one. Oh, you can't see the blue much. We'll do something with that. Ooh, proper bendy that one. Oh, I can see the blue in that one. That's quite sweet. It's been so hot today. I went out, I thought, I hope I've not got a flash cure. Oh, you can see the blue on that one. Very nice. Oh yeah, quite nice. I'm quite chuffed with that. They always come out lovely, these, even with air bubbles. Absolutely lovely. It's a fab little mould, this. That's perfect. It's a bit too bendy, but absolutely perfect. I will make a few more off camera. I'll not make you sit through all that because you've seen it. Time to put the paper in. It's all coated now, everything. Exactly the same as last time, a nice border. I'm just going to pour a thin layer just to get the paper to stay down. Don't want to fill it up too much because I want a backing colour. It's going to be a very thin backing layer. Right, I know there's holes in it there, but I'm hoping that once the paper's in, because it'll displace the resin, worst comes to worst, I do a top coat. Don't want it to cover everything, I just want it to stick the paper down. I'll carry on pushing it down and then I'll come back once it's cured. Okay, while the resin's curing, I'll be sticking these on. Now, I've stuck these 3 on, and like I said, it's a shame it is going to cover the butterflies, but I didn't pick it for the butterflies. I'm just going to stick some glue on back of here. I'm using the B7000 from Temu. I've been putting the ruler on to make sure I get it in the right place. Now, these have all been sealed, by the way, with Hydroflow sealer. Even the paper, everything's been sealed. These are all done now, the small ones. I'm just going to show you what I did with this. If nobody's ever decoupaged before, just use a nail file to go around the edge and it just peels away like that, leaving a nice straight edge. Bit more difficult to do the centerpiece, but it is the same concept. And I'm going to put these up here like that. I'll make them central, of course. I'll measure them. And then I've got a quote for down here, which I will now get. Okay, I've gone over all the frames with my silver marker pen, and I've got the decal here. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, it really isn't a problem. You can buy stickers for this, but try and get it as central as possible. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we lost the P. We do have a piece of transfer paper. This is what you take your transfer tape off. If you just rub it with this is really smooth. Right, now as you can see, I've put some flowers. You don't have to put photos in here. You can put anything you like, but one of them I chose to put dried flowers in. I've put the UV over it, and for the photos, I do have some photos. They're not the photos that I am going to put into it, because I'm hoping to sell this on the craft fair. So I've just got photos of my little grandson at different ages, and I've cut some acetate, same size, just to protect the photos. But all I did was lay my piece of acetate down and I drew around with the marker pen, and that was the right size. I am tempted to stick something on there just to disguise the bits where the Aquacast went under the paper, but I think that's really pretty. Now all we need to do is the same to the, well, not the same, but similar to the epoxy one. Right, this is still bendy, but it is actually cured. Because it's so thin, it takes a lot longer than something that's a bit thicker. Let's see if we can get it out. Oh, that's a shame. It's going to have a top coat. The purple's gone under the paper, which I'm not totally mad about. I've got to say. I mean, I'm not happy about these, but that can be fixed with a top coat. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed. So I'll just finish off doing the last frame and then we'll get to decorating it, shall we? Right, we're nearly done on this epoxy one. Excuse the fan if you can hear it, but if I don't use it, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna melt. Right, I'm just sticking this last one on. Now, I haven't done a top coat like I wanted to, for the simple reason this project's already taken me 8 days. And I really need to get the video to the editor to be edited, so I don't want to be whinged at, that's for sure. And all I'm going to do is go over all the details, just like I did in the other one. Right, so again, the acetate, a photo and the acetate on the top, or you can put dry flowers like I did with the other one. Now, I do have, to complete it, I have a blue and purple flower, or I have a butterfly, which I quite fancied putting there, like I did on the last one. I put it up there on the last one. There we go. What do you think? Now, the editor did have a good idea that it doesn't have to be a wall hanging. It can go on one of those little stands. They've got like curly feet and pop it in. That would be nice as well. But I think a lovely, lovely wall hanging, and I've missed something. I've not put the veins in that one with a marker pen. I will do that for the photos. Yeah, I'm really quite pleased. I know it's run over there and it still needs a top coat because it is quite thin. Perfect though, nothing wrong with it. What do you think? I prefer this one, I like it. Plus I like the dried flowers in the middle one. I'm quite chuffed with it. I get this from the range here in the UK. They've got all different things. I usually stick them on and you can hang it up with it. But I'm really pleased with how it came out. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's taken a very long time making, but I did enjoy making it. And I will see you for the next one. Make sure to check the photos out. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.